Yeah, I know I said I wouldn't, but sometimes when things are handed to you on a plate, you just can't refuse.
Bear with me.
Yeah, we're back with them again. Sorry. Hello again, welcome back to another one of these. Yes, we're back with Level Earth Observer for no other reason than I was doing a bit of lazy browsing and I saw the last two videos on his channel and I've had a quick look through. They're not very long, they're only a couple of minutes long, 3 minutes long. I just had to bring up a quick response, so this probably won't be a massive one. So there's two short videos, I'm going to do quick rebuttals on both of them. I'm going to start with a video that was uploaded to YouTube by Oleg. Sorry, I do have his name here, I'm not very good with Russian. Oleg Artemiev, who is a cosmonaut who is currently on the ISS, and he posted a video to his YouTube channel showing the Dragon capsule docking with the ISS. A little video coming up from below before it hits the docking port. Now Elio has found this video and he's actually repeated something, I think it was last year, the Artemis mission, which took lots of footage and loads of amazing pictures as it went around the moon and back again. And Elio obviously was trying to say that because the items that were closer, which were out of focus, there was a layering issue on the Earth in the distance. They bisected each other, and one you could see one through the other. This, for anybody who knows anything about photography or imaging, Dave McKeegan especially, this is completely normal. This is exactly what we expect to see. But as you'll see, let's have a look. Mr. Elio, Mr. Adam, completely misunderstands what he's looking at again.
Got two short clips here, filmed by Russian astronauts on board the International Space Station apparently, looking through the window as Elon Musk's SpaceX Dragon is approaching and hoping to dock with the International Space Station. I want you to pay particular attention to the detail of the window seal, particularly the metal silver band on the outside of this seal, okay? And that's what I want you guys just to pay, well, have a closer look at, should we say. That silver seal that looks like it's got little rivets in it. That is part of the window, okay?
I think it's obvious to anybody who's known Elio as long as I have, really, what's coming up and how what's already been shown on the video he's presenting as his evidence, he's already shot himself in the foot, and it's very obvious to see how and why.
Now as this clip progresses, we go to a second shot where the Dragon seems to, well, there seems to be a bit of a special effects layering issue here because the Dragon capsule and a satellite dish actually go past that silver seal there as well. Let's have a look. Now this is where it gets silly. SpaceX Dragon capsule and that satellite dish up here are about to go through the window sill of the Russian section of the International Space Station. Ridiculous. That's ridiculous, lads.
No, that's out of focus.
There's a still of the window seal. And there's a still shot of the SpaceX Dragon capsule seemingly coming inside the window seal, along with a satellite dish coming inside the window seal of the International Space Station.
Yeah, again, this is exactly what anybody with common sense would know. That's what they're looking at. The Dragon capsule is nice and crisp in focus, and the window frame isn't. Obviously, the camera that Oleg is using could probably only focus on one thing at a time, given the settings. And and so the window frame is out of focus. And so yes, of course you can see the edge of things through it. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So just to illustrate my point, what I have here is a couple of objects I've literally just grabbed. Can of deodorant and the gimbal for my phone when I do my outside stuff. So no advertising, other deodorants are available. So here we have a can of deodorant and the gimbal. And you can see one's in front of the other. And they're two separate objects, and they are very much in my front room right now. They are not floating around in space. So now I'm going to go to the second image where I've placed one in front of the other. Now as you can see, this is out of focus and the gimbal is clearly in focus. But if I zoom in here, you can see this part of the gimbal through the edge of the can, and even more in the base. Oh god, that's a bit dusty, need to clean that. So yes, you can see solid distant objects through out of focus closer ones, and these aren't floating in space, Leo. These are in my front room right now as I speak. Again, we've gone through this before. You have to understand what you're looking at before you can try to say it's a big reveal of anything, because in this case you clearly don't. So there you go, that wasn't in space, that was literally on the countertop just over there. I've taken a couple of photos 5 minutes ago. This is normal. This is what we want to see. This is what we expect to see. So 3.5 minutes completely wasted. Nice and quick. There we go. Let's go to the next one. Now this one, full credit to Adam, is actually really, really interesting.
NBC News. 40 years later, Apollo 17's blue marble leaves a mark on our memory. Boy, does it, I'll tell ya. We scroll down. Now this is quite an old article from December the 7th, 2012. So here's the historical image from 1972. Here it is again next to Google Earth. Now this is the area I want you to focus on. The Gulf of Aden, but particularly the Red Sea, okay? We've just seen the Red Sea on Google Earth. And when we zoom in on the Red Sea on the historical image from 1972, we see an awful problem here. It would seem the Red Sea in the historical image from 1972 has a huge landmass right through the middle of it. And bizarrely enough, a mysterious body of water has appeared to the left of the landmass that's blocking the Red Sea.
Very interesting indeed, I think you'll agree. That is technically the blue marble, and that is the Red Sea in the wrong place with an extra landmass. What's going on? Because I've got the blue marble, here it is. And apart from there being obviously some kind of jiggery pokery that's gone on with the picture that NBC have put on their website, there is something wrong with that image. Now, obviously, I'm going to go through Google, and if you look up blue marble photo 1972, you'll get thousands upon thousands of entries of the photo being perfectly normal, as seen in the original blue marble photo and the Google Earth image that Adam so kindly provided. It's the same picture, looks the same, and everything is as it should be. Kind of weird a flat earth or demonstrable realist trusting Google, because I thought they were the arch enemy of these people. I don't know. So I thought I'd look into this, so let me fire up Photoshop once more. So here we have the two images side by side. This is the blue marble as detailed on Wikipedia, on the NASA website, etc. Loads of different places, as I mentioned earlier. This image I have here is the one that is specifically from the NBC News report that Elio has highlighted, and it's actually quite interesting. What I'm going to do is, I'm quite adept at the old Photoshop, so I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to enlarge this out, drop the opacity to 50 so we can see, and I'm going to try and match them up. Now I have already done this. I'm going to try and get the sizes correct, but what's quite interesting is it's a mess. It's more of an oblate spheroid than the actual Earth is. The NBC version has been squished and distorted, and no matter how much I try, if I put this tool in, it should let me wibble about with it a bit. And if I try to match it up, and the clouds are going to be the best estimation of trying to get them to match. Now, if you bear with me, because this is really quite picky, because you match it down here and it throws everything else out of whack. So I would say that for whatever reason, it's just not fitting at all. You try to match the clouds up perfectly and it doesn't quite work. It throws another angle out. That's quite close on that side, but that's probably going to be the best I get. So as you can see, the distortion I've had to put onto this picture of the Earth that NBC used back in 2012, 12 bloody years ago, to get this image. However, it's interesting in that, I'm just going to stick this up a bit, that's better. Right, I'm going to click that so it's now part of the image. I'm going to get the opacity up to 100%. So NBC is on top, and as Elio quite correctly says, this area here is all out of whack. But it's not just this area, it's this area here. So if I turn this one off, this entire area here has shifted to the right. So I was just about to point on my screen, I thought there's no point, you can't see me. So if you look at both the seas, the Persian Gulf and the Red Sea, they both shift to the right. But it's not just that. There's an entire strip, hopefully this is going to pick up my mouse pointer, there's an entire strip that runs all the way along here, to here. Now as you can see, this is all atmosphere running the edge of the Earth. Oh damn it. So as you can see, atmosphere, 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 atmosphere. On this one, there's a big dent here. And I'm going to guess, I'm not going to put words into the mouth of whoever chose this picture for NBC, but this entire section here, for whatever reason, has been clipped. There's a line. See if I can draw a straight line, or a tinier straight line than that, and I'm going to make it bright red so everybody can see it. If I go from here to, say, here, that's the line. Let's make another one. That entire section, for whatever reason, is that down? There you go. That entire section, for whatever reason, has shifted to the right. Somebody's messed up in the office, and then they've just literally photoshopped out, because that is not a stir. This has been squished and distorted for whatever reason before they published it on their article. And as I've said before, and as somebody said in Elio's comment section underneath the video, this is the only iteration. There's this and probably one or two other iterations of this version of Blue Marble with this error in the image. Every single other image you will find of the Blue Marble picture is this one, which is perfectly fine. This is the Blue Marble image, and I'm, as I said earlier, I'm not going to get all snippy because there's no point. Elio, Adam, if you do happen to watch this, thanks very much for bringing this to attention. I'm going to get in touch with NBC and actually ask what the deal is. Because this is the Blue Marble. This is the picture that was taken in 1972 from Apollo 17. This is the accurate. As I showed earlier, every single iteration of the Blue Marble image, if you go into Google, looks like this thing of beauty. Not this, which for some strange reason it's been squished and cut and spliced and thrown back together hastily, hoping nobody will notice. No, this isn't a true representation of what the Earth looks like. This is the Blue Marble picture, but as I say, somebody spilt coffee on it or something, I don't know. But anyway, back to the show. So, for whatever reason, back in 2012, when this article was written, just a twee little filler article about the Blue Marble photo, somebody put a picture on there that was damaged. It's a damaged version of the Blue Marble picture. Someone's got that whole strip all the way from the Persian Gulf all the way across to the west coast of Africa, northern Africa, northeastern Africa, and shifted the whole thing. And rather than try to repair it, they basically, I mean, I know Photoshop, I'm quite good at Photoshop. I mean, I turned this into this. I'm really quite proud of that. But for whatever reason, this image of the Blue Marble, rather than just finding the original source image again, they've edited it. They've cut out that top left hand corner, smoothed it around, but the atmosphere is missing, which is very, very strange. So I mentioned in that little clip, which I did actually record earlier, I was going to get in touch with NBC to see what was going on, and I have actually emailed them. So give or take a few days, they may actually get back to me with an explanation of what is going on, because it's a very interesting thing. Why did they choose that particular image when it's not correct? It's not the blue marble. Well, it is the blue marble, but it's not the actual original undoctored image that was taken in 1972.
Google Earth, Red Sea, no landmass running through the middle of it, and no large body of water to the left of it. The historical image from 1972. A huge landmass blocks the Red Sea, whilst a mysterious large body of water appears to the left of the Red Sea. It's almost as if they put the water and the landmass, in the wrong areas. Kind of got mixed up. Did they do it on purpose? Quite possibly. But that is a very, very, very bad day for NASA and space fantasists and globe believers. This historical image, so-called globe-proof blue marble, has mugged all of you space fans and all you globe believers off. Explain this huge landmass that's appeared in the middle of the Red Sea, and explain the large body of water that's mysteriously appeared to the left. Dear, oh dear.
Interesting indeed. So, Adam, I'll give that one to you, mate. That isn't the blue marble, and there is something wrong with that picture. But it's also very, very revealing that you singled that one out, when earlier, as I showed, the blue marble picture is easy to find and easily repeatable. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of entries on Google where you can click away to your heart's content and find image after image after image where it's all the same picture, but you selected the one from a news article 12 years old where the blue marble picture is an incorrect one. That's what's known as selective editing. That's what's known as confirmation bias. You sort out something that fit your narrative and completely ignored the abundance of factual images that you deliberately overlooked fit the narrative that you wanted to convey. So that'll do for those, and a couple of short little videos. So once again, not understanding how focus works on cameras and the fact that you can actually see distant crisp objects through close blurry ones. This has been going on for millennia, and if you concentrate you can do it with your own eyeballs rather than a camera. And secondly, selecting one picture out of thousands that are available just because you want to try and make a point. The wrong point, as per usual. I'm going to put a link down below to a video that Creaky Blinder premiered earlier today, about an hour ago, a couple of hours ago, where he had a conversation with STST, who used to be a flat earther, and he's now no longer. And they go into some quite in-depth conversations. The video's about an hour long. I strongly recommend you watch it all if you can, if you've got a spare hour. And he goes through how easily he got into it. He was researching one thing and then he found flat earth and kind of got hooked in really quite quickly. Dealing with other flat earthers like Nathan Thompson and Eric DeBay, and how it affected him personally. And you know, this is why I say there's no such thing as a harmful conspiracy, or harmless conspiracy. I do apologise. So, I mean, I've called Flat Earth a gateway conspiracy because further along the line, it all stems from an innate mistrust in authority, which down the very extreme end of that is January 6th. I think I said that in my big "Are Flat Earthers Just Stupid" video, which is a bit of an extreme position to take, I will admit, but left unchecked, you can go down that path. You go down deeper and deeper rabbit holes, and next thing you know, you're throwing bricks at somebody. But yeah, STST also goes into how it affected him personally. His personal life was actually quite badly affected by being a flat earther, that does have a happy ending, so spoilers there. So I'll link it down below. I will also link the 3 ST channels. He's got 3 on the go. Give them a look, like, subscribe, do the usual. Same with Creaky. Yeah, that'll do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Fingers crossed I'll be able to get some more out. I will say one thing. I have to ask a few people about what I'm about to tell you, but I did something this week I can't say anything about. It's not any kind of embargo, it's just it'll ruin the surprise, so to speak. There's a couple of people I need to ask if it's okay after April the 1st. That's important. If I get the go ahead, I will make another video letting you know what I've gone up to. It's very interesting, very new experience for me. Wasn't expecting it, and it's my friend Amy's fault that it happened at all. You know Amy, she's the scatty one, bless her. But yeah, so if that goes ahead, if I get the nod on that one of my next videos in the next couple of weeks will be telling you about that. All very exciting and thrilling. Yeah, so thanks very much for watching. That will be me done. Please like, subscribe. Let me know if you've got any ideas or find any videos that you want me to have a look at. I know other guys say this, but please do. If you see anything else you want me to have a look at, have a deep dive into, I'm more than willing, more than happy. I'll give everything a go once, as will be proven. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.